started in Portugal, as mentioned, and I've been obviously delivering tenders in multiple countries in Africa, from Cameroon to Congo, Algeria multiple times, Niger, in Yamai as well, been there. And then as an expat in the last 10-11 years, I've been a great part of the time in Trinidad and Tobago, building a multi-billion highway project. I've been as well in Costa Rica, on the largest terminal container in the Caribbean coast. And then in Europe, UK, Netherlands, Denmark, Lithuania, Germany, Portugal, and the list goes on.
Yeah.
So I think that really gave me a good perspective on, actually, one of the points that I shared with you was about the cultural background matters.
Yeah.
Because what I faced when I was living in these countries and working, you need to adapt the way of working. You need to adapt to the people, right? The importance of the people. To be honest, and again, being on the project controls field, I think change will happen, right? No matter where you are. How well your contract is designed.
It's inevitability.
The change will happen. So most likely the delays will happen. I think the most important part is to accept that. Obviously, when you accept that, you should be managing the change properly.
Yeah.
And I think the worst part is you jump on a project on a new company, and the first thing that you notice on a project controls, either commercial focus or execution and planning and scheduling focus, what you face is the lack of change management, right?
Yeah.
You are late, you are delayed, but no one knows why, the reasons. You cannot. Again, even if you jump on a retrospective claims and extension of time assessment, it's really hard to dig deeper and understand the reasons why. And that is, I think, one of the main issues is the lack of change management. The core thing for me.
Yeah, I think a lot of people working on the project don't understand what they've signed up to do in the contract, so they don't understand what is a change or the impact that has. And quite often, the people that are instigating change aren't really thinking about it from a commercial or time perspective. They're thinking about, we need to get the project done, hurry up and get it done. So change happens without a formality behind it.
Correct.
And it's just people on site maybe giving instructions verbally with a written follow-up, kind of get things done.
Absolutely.
And then we're just moving ahead. So there's no center point of basis of where that change came from, how it's impacting time, how it's impacting cost. We get to that huge challenge at the end going, what the hell happened?
Exactly. And again, for me, it's not just external change, right? We could be here discussing the change that you might convert into a change order or a variation and you submit it to the client. For me, it's not just about that. It's the internal change.
Yeah.
It's the change that came from you, whether taking a mitigation action, changing your strategy of execution.
Yeah.
No one is recording that. And that's my priority every time I jump on a project, on a company, leading a department, is to set up this principle. I need to track change. I need to know what's going on in my project, no matter if it's going to be converted into a change order, a variation, or internally
design development or internal process, as you say.
And that's a big component. And you feel that there is a trend in the industry that, okay, you are hiring a planner or a quantity surveyor to execute or to prepare a schedule or to do a cost assessment, but no one is focusing on this particular component, in my view. And that's why you keep failing, you keep postponing, and you don't know the reasons.
And we also see like the oversimplified focus on it. You would imagine from the previous projects and the experiences that we bring with us from all the projects we've worked on over the years that we'd be bringing a more structured, organized approach to the projects. You know, coming onto a a €1 billion project, understanding the type of team that you need to manage change or commercials or time, quality, whatever the case may be. But we always seem to go, no, this project will be different.
No, absolutely. I mean, you start by reading the contractual conditions. You often find listed some of the functions, right? You might find, okay, we need a construction manager with this year's amount of experience, this background, but you don't find the same requirements for a planning manager, planning engineer, even a quantity surveyor, and so on. So it's really hard from that perspective how these mega projects are done.
And often we see that actually some of the profiles and resources necessary for project success aren't even stipulated in the contract as a requirement. Like we often see that the need for quantity surveyors isn't even there. You end up having project controllers managing, again, retrospectively, what has happened. We've a variation coming from the contractor. That's an impact on the contract value. That means that the contract's going to go up. Yeah, but why? And how come we're only catching it now, 6 months, 9 months, 1 year later? Why haven't we caught that at the beginning? Coming back to your change management piece. But also we find that often the project controls professionals don't have the knowledge, the technical experience around commercial control, contractual control, to understand the impact that this information flow is having.